I'm too scared to join a club at school. I would think of all the potential things that can happen when I join a club. If I talk to someone, they might not like me. If I'm interested in someone, they might not be interested in me back. Or worse, I might say something wrong. I might piss off some people. People might not like me. People might bully me. People might unite other members of the club to bully me altogether. And at last, I'm kicked out and I'm traumatized for life. That might sound a bit ridiculous, but that is what went into my head for 3 years of high school before I finally had the courage to join a club. And when I did join a club, it's nothing like my imagination. People liked me, I had a good time, and I made friends. But you have the same fear right now. You've been in this school for a while, and you have a burning desire to make more friends. However, you've been reluctant to start because you can't find the courage to join a club. Joining a club is scary. But what I want to tell you today is that the most scary thing is not joining the club itself. The most scary thing is your imagination about what joining a club looks like. Just like what I've told you, what I've described so far, we tend to picture the worst case scenarios, or else you would have no problem making friends or joining a club already, won't you? We think the worst thing is going to happen. We think that if we are prepared mentally, if we think about what's going to happen, then we'll be safe. But that's not the case. In fact, that's what's stopping you from joining a club, is it? You fear that you might get kicked out. You fear that people might say mean things to you. And yes, that traumatized me so much. I still remember all the traumatizing experiences I've had when talking to people. I've even been kicked out of a party once. I want to share a bit about that to you. Once I was in the party, I was too excited, I was inexperienced, and I said more than necessary. In fact, after that, people disliked me so much that they showed me the door, and I was kicked out. But if I imagined that I was going to get kicked out, I would think that it's the worst thing in the world. But in fact, when I actually did get kicked out of the party, I didn't feel that bad afterwards. It was unfortunate seeing the person who's in charge of the party saying that, okay, you need to give us some space. You need to leave. That didn't feel good. That didn't feel right. I still remember a bit about how much it hurt at the moment. But when I left, when I got back home, when I went on my bed, it didn't feel that bad. Because what I thought is that getting kicked out is the worst thing in the world, that I may die because I'm rejected by people. But it wasn't the case. I felt fine. Maybe a bit sad because people didn't like me because I messed up, and it was my responsibility that I messed up. But it's not that bad. Reality is never as bad as your imagination. And if you are very distant from reality, meaning that you don't socialize a lot, meaning that you don't try new things or join new clubs a lot, then your imagination will be very different from what's in reality. So you should just join a club, and that's my point, right? It's not what you fear. People will not kick you out. Just behave, be normal. It's not some significant thing that will make you $1 million. You joining a club will not make you some great person. It's not a great step of your life. It's just something normal. Think about it like that, and if your mind will not shut up about all the potential scenarios of getting kicked out, getting bullied, just tell your mind to shut up. Say, shut up to your mind. And if it doesn't shut up, you say it one more time. Eventually, it'll quiet down. And you will be back to the present, to the reality. So, the point of today is that you don't fear what's going to happen. You fear what you think may happen, which isn't real. And the only way to solve your head is by joining a club. Actually do it. And then you'll feel the bliss of achievement, the bliss of overcoming your fear. But at the end, you gotta do it. It's not as bad as you think. It's just a normal thing. I count on you, and let me know.